Super friends, we meet again, and welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm going to be opening up the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Jim Gordon Batman. And he comes with the King Shark leg, which I'll probably never build because, honest to God, to get the King Shark built, you have to buy the Flash and Zoom and Hawkman, of which I will never buy those three figures because I'm just not a fan of the TV-verse action figures. But it does come with the leg, and it comes with an extra head, and it's pretty darn cool. Let's read the side of the box, shall we? After the death, in quotation marks, of Batman, Jim Gordon dons a mechanical suit to become Gotham City's latest hero. In the New 52, the Joker and the Batman had a big, epic battle, which resulted in both of their deaths, and then Joker ended up with amnesia, and so did the Batman, or something like that, and Jim Gordon took over as the Batman. I didn't see that coming, I gotta tell you. I still see Jim Gordon as the old cigarette smoking guy, but I guess in the New 52, he isn't. He has a mohawk instead. At least he did for this time. Okay, I've talked enough. Let's open him up. Hold on, Jimmy. I'll have you out of there in a jiffy. Whoops. Let's try that again. Alright, opening him up, taking it out, over the shoulder, and here's what we get. Jim, the leg, a head, and a gun of some sort. Probably a stun gun. Let's just get him out of there. So here we have the King Shark leg with the giant unmanicured black toenails and all. And if you're building the Build-A-Figure of King Shark, I mean, this is going to be a needed part. So there's that. There's the Jim Gordon Batman head here. You can see that Jim had a mohawk at that time. Definitely one of DC's stranger moments and depictions of this character. However, that's what you get. That's the extra head. You get Jim's gun here. Looks like a taser of some sort, to be honest. And then finally, we get Jim Bats. That's right, I'm calling him Jim Bats. Jim Gordon Bats, Batman, Jim Bats. I am just not a funny person, am I? Anywho, you get Jim Bats, and this is definitely a different take on what a Batman uniform could or would be. This is what Batman looks like when Batman hasn't designed the suit, I guess. I don't know enough about it, and I can't even pretend like I do know enough about it because I don't. That'd be lying. However, you got the, looks like police kind of, deco on the shoulder there, like military marks. I love this bat symbol. I do. I really like it. I like the fact that it's just a yellow outline. You got the bat ears, and they also have these like little bat fangs hanging down. I like that. And I do like this Batman head. I will probably end up popping this off and using it as a custom, and I will pop the Jim Gordon head on and leave it on there. Because when I display him, I can't have this with my regular Batman, and it'd just look wrong. Two pointy ears, never mind. I do think that it's very interesting that they decided not to give Gordon a cape as the Batman, and they gave him the big robot instead. Still, he looks pretty darn awesome. As for the little gun itself, it actually fits right here in this little holster in the side, and it fits really nice and snug. Like, that's not going to come out even if I tip him upside down. Now, bringing Jim Bats in for a closer look, we can see that the head here really could be used on any Batman figure. It doesn't have to look like Jim Gordon under there, because I've seen different artists depict Batman with a head that looks very, very much like that. So really what you could do, what I'm going to do in the end, is I'm just going to pop the head off. Oh, wow, that was tighter than I thought it was going to be. And I'm just going to put the Jim Gordon head on here. You got the hole, you got the ball joint, and I'm just going to push it. Oh my God. That's tight. Get in there. That's your home. Why don't you want to get in there? Okay, let this be a lesson for everybody that really, to make this work properly, now he just looks like an ostrich. Hold on. Okay, here it is. The head is on, and it was really, really tight. Let me just say, if you're planning on doing the old head switcheroo here, you're probably going to need to boil and pop here, which means boiling a cup of water and then putting his head kind of in this cup of boiling water till the plastic is soft. And you also got to put the head you want to attach also in the boiled water so that it also softens up, and you can pop off the old one and put the new one on, no problem. I just did that with it at room temperature, and let me tell you, it was difficult. It didn't want to go in there, and I didn't want to break the neck peg. So I'm not really sure why they made it so difficult when clearly they want you to be able to change the heads at will. Anyway, something to think about. So we've got the head here for Jim Gordon now on, and I personally like it better with this head on here. I feel like I can display this with my Bat family and not have it look quite so out of place, rather than having two Batman looking cowls, you know, in the pose. Now, as for the rest of the costume, we got the bat on his chest here with the ears and the fangs, black on the inside, yellow outline. I really do like this. I think this looks really nice. We have the police kind of, you know, chevrons here on the shoulder, showing that it's his kind of take on Batman. We have the detailing here on the belt, which is kind of nice. We got the gun holster, which you've seen, with the little gun that fits in there. We have some line works and details and stuff like that. We got the boots, and there's some detail work there. Overall, this is a really nice figure. A very simple figure on a mid-sized DC Multiverse buck. Not a whole lot of detail work really in the torso. However, I think it cuts a good figure, and it's going to look great with my Bat family. And again, just going to give you one more close-up look at that Jim Gordon Batman face. And I think they did a great job between the detailing on his face, the wrinkles and the creases in the sides of his eyes. I think that this looks great. I still don't understand why Jim got a mohawk at that point in DC's history. If you want to leave that in the comment section down below, that'd be awesome. I basically buy the Super titles and the Justice League titles, and I can't afford to buy the Batman ones anymore. So if you want to tell me why he had a mohawk, that'd be splendid, because I still don't know. Articulation for Jim Bats is going to be typical of the DC Multiverse line of figures. The shoulders go up about that far, and the biceps have a swivel right here. You've got your elbows, and they're single jointed, and they do about that. And the shoulders do go around 360, but the joints are nice and tight. I don't want to loosen them up. The heads, you can do like this, spin around like the Beetlejuice, around in a complete 360 circle. The waist also swivels 360s. He's got his ab crunch. You can look up about that, and he can look down about that. You've got your typical DC Multiverse style groin, which is actually a DC Universe Classics groin. A lot of people don't like it. I prefer this to, say, a Marvel Legends style groin. It's just a personal preference. You've got your articulation here above the knee. You've got your articulation at the knee, and that is what you're looking for there. Then you've also got your ankle articulation. Rock forward that much, rock back that much. Not a whole ton of ankle articulation, I must say. They got rid of the rockers, the side-to-side action, quite a while ago. I don't know why they abandoned that. That is one point of articulation I would have been happy had they have kept it. And then that's pretty much it for the articulation. I do want to point out, because this is a multiverse figure, you're not going to see any knee or elbow or ankle peg holes. They've done away with that, which is an incredibly nice touch. A lot of us fans are stupidly happy that they've gotten rid of the peg holes, because they just look ugly. Anyway, that's the articulation for Jim Bats. So here for size comparison, I've got a basic buck DC Universe Classic Batman figure. The head and the belt have been changed, but you get an idea of just how girthy the body was on the DC Universe Classics Batman. It's large, and it means business, and it is in charge. Over on this side, we have the Multiverse Rebirth Batman, and it's definitely smaller, obviously, than the DC Universe Classics body, and it's a little bit more buff and girthier than the Jim Gordon Batman, although it's a tiny bit shorter than the Jim Gordon Batman. Honestly, it does look a little bit shorter in the body by comparison to the Jim Gordon Batman, but the Jim Gordon Batman is narrower. He's obviously not as muscular as either of these two Batman figures. So here we have the rest of the Multiverse Bat family figures that I currently own. I'm still waiting on that Clayface wave to come out so that I can get the Build-A-Figure Clayface, obviously. And also, a figure that I'm more excited about than Clayface is the Batwoman figure to complete my Bat family. Although it's not really going to be complete until Mattel, and Mattel, if you're listening, pay attention, until Mattel releases a Multiverse Red Hood figure in the classic leather jacket deco, until they release a Multiverse Nightwing figure, and until they release a Tim Drake Robin figure. If they can give us those three figures on top of the ones that are coming out, I swear to God, Mattel, the fans will love you forever and buy everything you put out and worship you and build shrines to you in their toy room. Wait, did I just go too far with that? Anyhow, friends, this review has run its course, so thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like on it. If you have anything to say in the comments section, anything at all, please just leave it down there, because I really do like to hear from you. And if this is your first time on this channel and you think you might like to see more of this sort of content show up in your inbox, just Ding the bell after hitting that red subscribe button so that you never miss a video. And I'll see you next time, everybody. Have a splendid day. Bye for now.